officer who thought she'd turned her body camera off.
Okay.
Okay.
Put him in my shirt.
Bitch, put them in your shit. Hold on.
Put him in my shirt. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold on. This shit about last night. Please, nah. Sure would hate to sanitize it.
Hell no. They ain't even searching for shit. They just looking for valuable items.
Hold on.
Hell no, chat. She posted up in the mirror with bro shit, man. It's disrespectful
It
as
was
fuck.
January 26th, 2021, when an already terrible day got even worse for a family in Smith County, Texas. Not only were they being evicted from their home, but it would later be revealed that some of the constables enforcing the eviction were secretly removing items from the residence for themselves.
Hold on.
We might
Hold on, don't come down here.
Oh, this one right here? Yeah.
Let me see.
Dirty ass police, man. Y'all can't lie, it be some good cop shit, but every city for sure know one cop that's just foul as fuck, bro. Like every city has at least one cop that just foul as fuck, and everybody know about that shit, bro. Man, if bro don't get his Lil Duval looking ass,
Put him in my shirt.
goofy ass.
Hold on. Hey, Gamble.
She excited for this shit, chat.
Hold on.
Oh, we got some cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah, everything in here. So,
this one goes in here.
Boy, hell no. I would have been on his that. Well, I see this, we would have been throwing for real.
oh, we got some cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah, everything in here. So,
this one goes in here.
You foul ass boy.
yeah.
We set that on that dresser.
What's this?
A box. Hold on. Give me a second. You got this bong. What is this? Some gun.
A stinger, maybe. Go for it. Let me see. No, it's a clip.
Well, actually, it's not a clip, if we're going to get technical. It's a magazine, but technicalities seem to be the least of their concern.
Go back. How are y'all the police and y'all don't know what this shit look like?
Go for it. Let me see. No, it's a clip.
Well, actually, it's not a clip, if we're going to get technical.
Y'all niggas
It's a
just
magazine,
thieves,
but
boy.
technicalities seem to be the least of their concerns right now.
To a gun.
Yeah, it's a Ruger.
Okay, this is some more.
His ass. Okay, he know what he talking about, but he still ain't a good person.
Yeah, sure.
Folks.
This, some more money.
Too fat of it.
Hold on a minute.
Gatorade break cross.
The officers in the footage you just saw are Curtis Traylor Harris and LaQuinda Banks. Their impromptu shopping spree is interrupted by
put
the
him out
tenant's
there.
17-year-old daughter,
He just put him
who
out
was
there.
alone at the house with a friend when the officers arrived.
Next steps is just kind of move everything out. Is that like,
Yeah,
do we need to just step out? Do we need to stay in? What is it
Yeah.
we need to do?
They're gonna move everything out. But before they leave, the locks will be changed. So get your purse.
Yep.
Like,
Just get all like personal belongings that we're gonna need right now.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Because everything is gonna be.
Nah, you ain't do nothing
Right here.
wrong.
Because I'm sorry, she's just 17. I'm just her friend. No. Just
Oh, no.
kind of confused on what was going on.
It's just a procedure.
With that handled for the time being, the constables return to what's really important here: hiding their loot. Where they choose to store it is not only
Damn.
shocking, but incredibly bold, considering how many eyes are on them.
Yeah, what the
Hey,
fuck?
open your, open. I need to go in the car for a minute.
Sure.
I need to go in your car for a minute.
Yeah, I think it's over.
Let's just put something in there.
Who's that?
I got to put something in there.
It's okay.
I'm good.
What you doing?
Do you ever put it in my pocket?
Oh,
I can leave it because
just
it's
sit in the driver's seat. Sit in the driver's seat and take it.
okay.
It seems like the other constable almost notices that his colleague's body camera is still on, so close. But even after inspecting it, he doesn't catch on that every five-finger discount is being recorded.
Bro,
Though they don't know
he
it,
gotta
this
have known.
miscalculation
Nah, he
will
has to
eventually
know.
come back to
He definitely knows, and he just like, fuck him.
bite them.
All right.
What's the cash at?
Oh, he got that.
I don't know, Chad, y'all gonna let 12 come through your house stealing?
Depending on the situation, officers can sometimes have legal grounds to remove items from a house during an eviction. For
Yeah, but not
example, if
half
the
of
owner
your
is
shit.
present and there's no criminal offense being investigated, there could be grounds to remove some of the tenant's personal property from the rental. In this case, however, it seems like all they're taking are items with some monetary value. Given the context of their conversations, these actions have no legal rationale. This doesn't stop LaQuinda from unloading her entire haul into her colleague's back seat. Then she makes the bold decision to go back into the house for a second round of acquisitions. Significantly, she is still recording.
I put all that in Derek's car.
Yeah, look.
So now y'all got Derek hot.
Okay.
Hell
They
no.
want when they can come in and start moving.
Nothing. You won't be done.
Remember that name, Derek. The question of his involvement will become important later.
That's her purse. Look in it.
At this point, it doesn't seem as if there is any reason they have established probable cause to search the purse, nor any consent from the purse owner. It's unlikely that the landlord can consent to a search of the tenant's personal belongings. If items had been abandoned, the scenario might be different. But
Yeah, they
this
ain't
is
even
not
moved
the
out
case
yet.
here. It seems they're just continuing to rifle through the property for purposes consistent with what we've already seen.
Probably nothing to do.
Fiend. 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 She a fiend, bro.
Why they leave all this stuff here?
Till we told him to get out. That's the little girl purse.
Oh, okay.
Y'all check these out.
Oh, wait, Chad, y'all gonna, they going
it's
through the kitchen
GNC.
drawer?
Dang. Thought I hit some pills.
She a
Empty.
fiend.
I want to check. It was dark. That's the pistol. Okay. There. What is it? This is about last night. Piss. Nah. Sure would hate to sanitize it.
Oh, that's the shit you bought last night. You was gonna take it today? Bitch.
You still in here? You found something else? Oakley glasses.
Chad, she just taking shit.
I think they got everything in a good spot. Got it. What's all this? Yeah. Yeah.
And get out that little girl room, bro.
Oh. Ray-Bans. Okay.
Y'all stealing so much, y'all
What's
don't.
in here?
Y'all wouldn't think not one thing would get noticed.
Hold on, let me put this right there. Hold on. Ray-Bans. Clean house.
The thing is, it's possible that there could have been grounds for some of the seizures the constables made because drugs were found. However, they didn't follow any
they kept
constitutional
The
procedures.
drugs and took
And it
them
was
with them like a
obvious they
dumbass.
weren't seizing items in the Fourth Amendment sense, but rather taking them as a predatory action. And they might have gotten
telling
away
y'all,
with it
Chad,
too,
man,
if it
it's
wasn't
some
for
good
LaQuinda's
cops, but
pesky
watch out
body
for these
camera.
type
However,
of
the
motherfuckers
constables
right
may
here.
have stronger
I feel like
legal
it's more of
ground for
these than
removing
the
the
good ones.
firearms from the property, but the issue is still complicated.
Down. Bro got that. There's a snake in my boot. ass pistol, boy. Hell
Located.
no.
The officers have a right to be on the premises as the eviction process gives them the right to enter and remove the renter and their property. Additionally, the landlord can usually consent to entry. At that point, anything found in plain sight that indicates criminal activity can be pursued legally. This could rapidly escalate to probable cause. However, proper procedure would have been to call in for a telephonic warrant, listing the items seen to be seized, along with a probable cause statement. But even if some of the items were collected
take a hunting
legally,
rifle,
the
man, talking about
constables can't
probable
leave the
cause.
scene with their treasures just yet. There's still the tenant to handle.
Okay. Yeah, there's cocaine, weed.
No, cocaine and weed.
So,
All right, so I don't know about any of this.
but this, you're the owner of the house. It's gonna be all on you.
All right,
So,
put it on me.
do you?
She tough, nigga. All right, then put it on me. She tough. Fuck you thought.
Well, it's yours. That's what we asked you.
Did you find it in my room? You went through my drawers. I know you
well, I
saw my
hadn't-
vibrator.
No.
Well, the drawers were open.
I didn't see any vibrator. We're talking about this. I don't want.
We're not here.
I don't want to have to take you to jail for
She a
this.
G, bro.
That's
All right.
Whose is it?
I don't know. I obviously didn't even know it was in the house.
What about the other drugs?
She said you found my
What other
vibrator.
drugs?
Cocaine?
Cocaine.
I didn't know there was cocaine in the house.
And other marijuana as well?
Yeah, it's about large quantity, like felony type quantity. So,
Of cocaine?
marijuana.
With baggage, so that means
Yeah.
somebody was actually distributing.
Yeah. It
Distribution.
was from this house. So,
Yeah, I
They're
don't know
trying to
anything
scare her,
about that.
bro.
But put it on me. I'm the owner.
The constable is convinced the
Hey,
tenant
she
to move
tough,
away from the
nigga.
residence as sirens approach.
Are they coming for me?
they just come in for,
Okay. 'Cause I can get my driver's license out.
you don't have to run. What are they doing?
No. Well, why they running?
Because they saying it's guns and but we gotta get it AR up and stuff.
I don't know.
The constables sound
Dumbass.
understandably nervous to have another law enforcement agency pulling up, likely worried that the focus will be on them rather than the resident. But as is becoming typical for this case, all doesn't go as expected.
Hey, step back, get back, get back.
I'm trying to
talk to my
daughter.
Y'all get back.
Listen to me. You're being detained.
You're
You're
not
not going
being
to walk
arrested.
over there. Okay?
Y'all don't do anything.
Man,
No,
what
no.
y'all
So
on
I'm
her
trying
ass
to do this
for,
the nice
bro?
way, but you're not going to walk away.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm talking to my daughter.
You're being detained with
Give me your
handcuffs.
phone so it don't break.
Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand.
Turn around.
Give me your other hand.
The presence of drugs
Nah,
and
Chad, she
firearms
hard.
escalates the eviction to a criminal matter, meaning that detaining the renter is legal in the interest of preventing evidence destruction and access to weapons. An actual arrest would be legal too, as they are able to articulate reasonable suspicion. With this excitement taking place, the constables were likely hopeful that attention would not turn on them, and it didn't. For 10 whole months after the eviction. It was only in November of 2021 that the accidentally filmed body cam footage came back to haunt
Good,
the
that's good. They thought
sticky-fingered
they got away.
constables. As it turns out, the resident had discovered
Free-
that several items
Free old girl too for holding that shit down. This my house, so put it on me.
were missing from the home shortly after the eviction was carried out, and filed a report in February, according to an
They sitting here
affidavit.
stealing
In addition,
dab
it's been
rigs, thinking they
reported that
bongs and
accusations led to arrests,
They look
though
like-
it's unknown exactly when these accusations surfaced. It was in October, according to the affidavit, that everything finally caught up with them. The Smith County DA's office gave Texas Rangers a USB drive that contained some rather incriminating body camera footage associated with the case, and it was all downhill from there. LaQuinda Banks, whose body cam was recording, was approached first. After being read her Miranda rights, she's confronted with the footage she took documenting the theft in progress. She's going to have to do some quick thinking if she plans to deny her guilt.
Your body cam got turned off like oh,
Do them like they do us.
you know that, right?
Yes.
You do now. When you thought you had it on and turned it off, you actually turned it on.
Yeah, I know. I saw both lights.
Cap. Cap, watch how stupid she
I don't
look.
think you know what I'm talking
Chat,
about.
watch how
No,
stupid
like
she look.
when I thought that you're saying when I thought that it was off, it was on.
She going to jail, dirty ass cop. The fuck?
I think you just said take that.
I said take that.
You did. Keep watching.
Damn. Her goofy ass don't even remember what she did down there. Or she remember it, but she don't remember how stupid.
So where did all this stuff go?
The stuff, the only thing that I saw that I wanted for myself was a pair of sunglasses and a little watch. Before we left, I put it back because I knew it was wrong.
If you put that shit back, it's gonna be on camera, goofy ass girl, bro.
Said y'all have
Please.
returned everything to the homeowner.
They should be back there because you didn't get any bullets. It wasn't on that paper.
Mm-mm.
I didn't get to check them.
Did she get the AirPods back?
Nobody took any AirPods.
Well,
Huh?
that's what shoved in your shirt with those bullets.
AirPods?
Note that LaQuinda denies taking any AirPods, even as the footage replays her putting an AirPod box into her shirt. This doesn't exactly make for a sturdy defense.
Like, what
So
did you
this is
think?
normal? Y'all just rummage through stuff and
This was my second one. I mean, since he found dope, I mean, that's what we were told we were looking for. I mean,
So
I've
you took
never been
everything
in
but
one
that.
this big.
I don't understand shoving stuff in your shirt.
Oh, no. Not
Is that a normal course of action?
No, not supposed to do it. And that's why I had to
So when did you put this stuff back?
It was, I don't know how long the video is, but it was shortly before her arrest.
Note that there's no footage of LaQuinda taking anything back into the house before the tenant was arrested. In addition, the footage doesn't appear to skip or show any indication that the camera had been turned off for a while. She would also later claim that she felt forced to participate in the theft by her colleagues and feared she would get fired if she refused to participate. We'll leave the validity of that claim up to you. At least until we reveal what the jury thought. The next constable to be questioned was Derek Holman, the owner of the car used to hide the stolen goods.
He finna rat them smooth out.
The first.
No, he finna snitch on them niggas. They dumb as fuck. He didn't look like he was even in there.
Really? When did they learn how to use
Stolen goods.
Arrested. Really? When did they learn how to use her body cam? What do we steal? What do we steal? I'll show you the video. Okay.
You going to jail, homie? You better.
When y'all went in to do that writ of possession? When did that come out? She got it on. Until she started, y'all started rummaging through stuff?
Boy, y'all know they on her ass. Y'all know for a fact they on her ass.
She turned it on, actually, instead of off. So you know what I'm talking about. She got slipped everything, stick it in her pocket. She don't understand that, so. Yes, sir.
Chat, y'all know this nigga's stomach sunk all the way down to his nuts, no cap.
Look down at her body. She's gonna put it in your vehicle. Instead of her standing at the door, you tell her to go inside. Y'all all work together on it. She concealed it in your vehicle with your permission and with your help. Go ahead and take it. She concealed the stolen stuff in your vehicle. You knew about it. Even when she steals stuff upstairs, she walks down the stairs and we go, you got a little matter. Touch some stuff she had already put in the time for you to go sit down. Still on everything. I didn't do.
Bam, he been a rat,
So
chat.
you letting her store all the stolen stuff in your car.
Chat, he been a snitch.
Tell her to go get inside to unload. So now she's storing stolen stuff in your car. Because you tell her to. I never told her.
I mean, it's your camera time right here.
Derek was likely surprised by the arrest, given that he'd already spoken to investigators several days before.
Sergeant Holman, like I talked to you earlier, we're looking at and I think.
Ooh, look at bro hip. He got that blah, blah, blah.
On, it looks like January 26th, I believe. Y'all sort of writ of possession. Y'all initially turned it over to Tyler. Yes, sir. Okay. And y'all removed some stuff from the house. Yeah, which was, we just looked at any knives or firearms. Okay. So there's a few firearms that we found. And I think Constance said that she thinks when she got here, she knew where I guess the list of the stuff that y'all took and later returned to her was, yeah, see, she's saying like there's $300, there's an iPhone 8, Oakley sunglasses, jewelry, 4 bottles of perfume, iPhone X. I don't believe y'all. But it was a moving truck that she called. That's there. Yeah. To move all that. Yeah. Did you see anybody take any money, an iPhone 8, Oakley sunglasses, jewelry, Chanel perfume?
Damn.
iPhone X, Nike shoes, AirPods. No, sir.
Who gonna steal a? Y'all caught just for stealing an iPhone 8, nigga. The fuck? Y'all just petty as hell, Chad. Bro.
MacBook. We know where the money went. That was $3,000. We know where that's at. It's seized. Yes, sir. Not at all.
This likely struck investigators as questionable, considering that this was Derek's response when he saw LaQuinda come downstairs with a bunch of goods secreted away in her shirt.
You need to go sit down and rest a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I need to go sit down and rest.
Yeah, go sit down and rest a little bit.
We got a little fat over there. Trying to find a pocket.
Derek is also the one who checked to see if LaQuinda's body camera was off and failed to notice it wasn't. This, along with the fact that the stolen items were hidden in his car, doesn't make him look too good. However, his unwavering story that he had absolutely no involvement in the incident would fare well for him, as you're about to see. Finally, police approached Smith County Precinct 1 Constable Curtis Traylor Harris, who was the highest-ranking officer suspected to be involved in the theft.
Before we get started, you know you're under arrest, right? Yes. You don't have any gun or anything like that. No. Let me just...
After reading Curtis's rights, the investigators
That's
sit
that
him down
Duval
to watch the footage
nigga.
from LaQuinda's body cam.
You should take that back.
No, I said this.
You said take that.
Oh yeah, I said you take everything in there because they had cocaine.
Well, that's normally how y'all take everything.
Do you see me taking anything?
I was gonna say, it looks like one person's on the speaker.
And I don't pay no attention to her. You see me doing my job.
Like LaQuinda, Curtis insists that
he threw her smooth under the bus, saying it's all on her.
everything taken from the house was returned, and even makes a cursory attempt to locate the missing bullets. But as you can likely predict, they were nowhere to be found. Curtis, LaQuinda, and Derek were all accused of felony theft and official oppression, a misdemeanor. But despite the identical charges, each case was decided differently. After being found guilty, Curtis received the heftiest punishment. Perhaps because of his higher rank, he was sentenced to 5 years of probation and fined $10,000. If he violates his parole at any time, he will be required to spend 2 years in jail. He's currently appealing the oppression charge, and the case is pending.
How you doing, Sophia?
LaQuinda was also found guilty and placed on probation, although she only received 18 months. The felony theft charge against her was dropped when she pleaded guilty, and, as a result, she was only convicted of the oppression charge, which is a misdemeanor. While on the stand, LaQuinda also stated that she was embarrassed and remorseful to have taken part in the crime. Finally, Derek Holden, whose car was used to transport the stolen goods, was found not guilty on all charges when a jury decided there was reasonable doubt of his involvement. After all, there was no footage of him removing anything from the house personally.
How are you doing?
Of the
That's
3
the question.
constables
What do you got
suspected,
going on?
he's the only one to avoid criminal charges. However, Curtis, LaQuinda, and Derek have all since resigned from their jobs as constables.
Good. W video. These dirty ass cops, bro. Hey, yo, what type of ad is that?
Homo erectus diet? What's that, sir?
Yes, I do play games. I play really any game, every game. What games do you like?